here. We gotta go here. And we gotta go here. And we are live. Jabari is the first one to chime in on Instagram. What up, Jabari? Jabari, you're like number one like all the time, dude. Like you were just waiting at the phone. Who just joined in on Instagram? The second person and the third person, Elijah, Mrs. Weeknick. Why do I always mess your name up? Weeknick's joined. And Jack is the first person on Facebook. So we got Jack first on Facebook. We got Jabari first on Instagram. We are underway for our next edition of the Super Duper Readers Club. Let me see who else is joining. I knew Michelle was going to jump in first. Michelle, I got a little surprise for you. As a matter of fact, I have a little surprise for everybody. I know that you have been dealing with my big head for the past couple of weeks, all by myself. And someone from Orlando says hi. Who's it? Oh, hi from Orlando? Wait. You know, I can't see. Oh, Ori. That's how bad my vision is. I thought it said Orlando and it said Ori. Ori, forgive me. I'm a mess right now. But, so I have a nice little surprise. Again, you have been dealing with me for the past week and a half all by myself. But look who is back. Leah is back. Woo! Go, Leah. Go, Leah. Go, Leah. She's back. She's back. Tracy says hi. Melissa says hi. Who else is here? Of course, Chase is in the building. Of course, Brandon is in the building. I was looking at your Instagram stories of seeing you by the lake or the creek. That was a really nice picture. And plus your mom posted a very nice picture of you too. Brandon, Logan, it says hi. Like I said, Michelle says hi on Facebook. Of course, Chase is in the building. I got Melissa blew me a kiss, y'all. Y'all, Melissa's showing me a lot of love right now. I said, Melissa, I see you, and I raise you a kiss. It's good to see you here. Who else is in the building? We got our usual suspects. I see you all. I see the usual suspects are here. I am so happy. Oh. That's another thing of getting old. Ori, not only does your vision go, that like when you're getting up and down, your body starts to creak. You start to hear all types of weird noises, but we don't need to get into that right now. That's another show. That's the AARP show. Your parents know what that is. You might not. So, welcome for another edition of the Super Duper Readers Club. Michelle is telling me to welcome back Aaliyah. Oh yes, Aaliyah is spelled A-L-I-A. You went the long route. Aaliyah, Michelle says hello and welcome back.
Hi, Michelle.
She's nice sometimes, Michelle. Oh, that's nice, Michelle. Thank you for greeting Aaliyah. I am very, very happy to have her back. In fact, I am happy to have all of you back for another reading of the Super Duper Readers Club. So as you all know, first of all, I'm in a good mood. I'm helping. You're in a good mood. But you know, I'm in a good mood every day. The weather is kind of nice. It's a little cool, but the sun is shining. That makes me happy. I am definitely a sun child. And so I love when the weather is nice outside. But I just had lunch. I just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is probably my favorite sandwich. And I was going to talk about favorite sandwiches today, but I think I'm going to wait for that till tomorrow. Because what I want to do instead, because Aaliyah's been gone for so long, and I've missed her here, and I think maybe we all missed her just a little bit, I wanted to talk about nicknames. So my Aaliyah's nickname, the nickname I gave her is Pancake. Now I don't call her that all the time, but every once in a while I call her Pancake. And the reason I call her Pancake is because the day she was born, the day that I held her in my hands for the first time, for some odd reason, she smelled like pancake batter. Like it was the weirdest thing. Like she smelled like pancake batter. And so Pancake. That was her name. Ironically, her older sister, Asia, I nicknamed Muffin. So I have a muffin and I have a pancake. So I have two carbs for daughters. And I don't even know why I named my oldest daughter Muffin. I'm not exactly sure, and I call her Muffin. Like, that's her name. I don't call her Asia. I very rarely call her Asia. I almost always call her Muffin. Aaliyah, I often call Aaliyah. Every once in a while, I call her Pancake. I don't even know if she likes that nickname or not. Do you like that nickname, Aaliyah?
I don't really mind.
She doesn't mind it, which means she likes it. Whenever a teenager says, I don't mind it, that means they actually kind of like it. If they hate it, they'll tell you they hate it. So she didn't say that. She said she doesn't mind it, which means she likes it. So that makes me happy. My nickname going on, you know what? I don't even want to tell you my nickname because it's just, you know what? It's not fair. It's not fair for me to start a conversation about nicknames and not tell you my nickname. But I'll wait till later to tell you my nickname. Let's go with, okay, something just happened on Facebook and it just disappeared. Why did Facebook just disappear? Okay, it didn't. It just my computer is like me. It's getting old. So I want to hear, what's your nickname? We can go with your parents or we can go with you. So tell me maybe both. What's the nickname you either had growing up or what's the nickname that you currently have? I want to know your nickname. Give it to me. After you give me your nicknames, I'll give you what my nickname was growing up. And I'm guaranteeing you it's going to embarrass Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I need your assistance. We need you to read off what the nicknames are for the people in social media land. Aaliyah don't think she can just come here and chill. She's here to work. So Aaliyah, who do we got on Facebook? Even though Facebook's been acting really weird lately, so I'm just putting that out there. Let's see who Dion says hi. Is that Dion? Davon says hi. All right, well, you could do
Oh,
that.
here. Alicia says Jack Attack, and Jackie.
So Jack Attack. Gee, I think I know where you got that nickname from. That is an awesome nickname and an awesome character. Looks like somebody else just chimed in.
His name is Brendan. His friends call him B.
B, what up, B? I like that. What up, B? It's good to see you. What about what we got over here in Instagram land? Aaliyah just said, which means she's got to get up. She's got to go around the sofa and come to the other side so that she doesn't cross over. What do we got on Instagram land for
Jabari's nickname is Bari.
Bari? What up, Bari? Okay.
Elijah's nickname is E.
E, okay. What up, E? I like that.
Tiny or Mel.
Melissa's name is Tiny or Mel. Okay, I like Tiny. Melissa, I think I'm calling you Tiny from now on.
Ori said his nickname is Oreo.
That is a good one. I like that one a lot. Oreo, I think that's gonna stick in calling you Oreo. What else we got?
Loosely says hello to everyone.
Hello, that's very nice. And it's Loyalty.
Oh, there you
Loyalty.
Loyalty, Michelle
Loyalty,
says Shelly.
which is a great name, by the way.
Shelly, Michelle Calloway.
So Michelle says what?
Shelly or My.
Okay, Shelly.
I can't even pronounce that one.
Oh, my friend Jessica just chimed in. Hey, Jess. Hey, Jess. Jess is one of my favorite teachers here in Berkshire County land. Good to see you, Jess. Did she give a nickname? Jess, we are giving out nicknames. So we're starting out with asking people what their nickname is. My daughter's nickname is Pancake because she smelled like pancake batter the day that she was born. Chattagram just joined in. I'm loving you, Chattagram. I appreciate all the love that you gave me yesterday. I see you.
Logan's nickname is Logie.
Logie, that's cute.
Devon doesn't have a nickname.
Devon does not have a nickname. You are too super duper to have a nickname. So I think we got some more coming on here, but I'm not going to make you run. I'm going to... Chattagram said, sorry, there are late technical difficulties. I appreciate that. Let's see. You waved at so-and-so. We waved at people. Oreo, I'm digging Oreo. I'm digging it. Loyalty's nickname is Lolo. Is that, am I reading that right? Put my glasses on. I need my super duper glasses to be able to. Loyalty's name is Lolo. I am digging that. I am digging Lolo. Like, I appreciate that. And my nickname is Layla Lou. Layla Lou. Layla Lou. I like a Layla Lou. That needs to be a song. Layla Lou. Layla, can we make a dance around that, Aaliyah? How about a dance? Show us a dance. What's the most popular dance out? Oh, like the mop. My daughter was showing me how to do the mop. Should I try to do it? No. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out my nickname. My nickname that I received, and I had two nicknames. Okay, so those who know me, so my first nickname was Fly Tie, which of course, yes, my daughter just went like really, Dad? Like you had to put that out there? My nickname as a kid growing up was Fly Tie, you know, because I was fly. I'm still fly, right, Aaliyah? Am I fly? She said, am I fly? Until you say yes, I'm just going to act more.
Yes.
Yes, see? Okay. See, that's what the parents have to do. We have to like assault our kids to make them bend our will, bend their will, or some kind of thing. My other nickname was Tidal Wave. And the reason was when I had hair, I had really thick waves. And there was a bunch of kids in our neighborhood who had, one guy had red hair, so he was the Red Sea. And there was another kid with waves. I can't remember what his nickname was, but mine was Tidal Wave because my waves were so big that they looked like tidal waves were in my head. Obviously, that nickname doesn't exist anymore because I don't have no hair. So there's no waves to be found, but my son has a really awesome waves in his head. So anyway, so we got our little fun thing out of the way with nicknames. Mike Sacco, my good friend Mike just joined in and he threw out his nickname, and his name is Sock Sacco. His name is Mike Sacco and his nickname is Sock Sacco. I like that. Mike is not only one of my good friends, he is a great performer and entertainer and a super duper nice guy. I'm glad you checked in, Mike. This might be your first time checking in, right? Okay. So, Mike, just to let you know, this is the Super Duper Readers Club, in which we have friends from around the country come in, hang out with us for a little while. We talk about fun topics like nicknames and favorite anything, and then we read a chapter of the Super Duper Kid. We are at chapter 13. Chapter 12, I think most people agreed from yesterday, is one of our favorite, if not our favorite chapter, because it has a tremendous amount of action where the super duper kid shows for the first time his heroic powers, where he fights bad guys, these criminals who tried to rob a bank. Little did he know that the bank robbers had water guns and not real guns, but that didn't stop him from being heroic. He knew it was the right thing to do to try to save the people inside the bank, and he did that with his shocking kaboom sucker lightning bolts that he took out the bad guys with. It was a pretty great, not a pretty great, a really great episode. So that was chapter 12. We are at chapter 13. And you know what? I'm gonna give you all a nice little surprise, especially for all of you that have been so loyal, including you, Loyalty. So all of you that have been loyal here, after this is over, I am going to post the title page to the Super Duper Kid Part 2. So it's just the title page, it's just the image, but it's a very cool image. I just got it about a week ago. You know, the Super Duper Kid, which I did bring to your attention. Part 2 is coming out really soon. This is just kind of a prototype. This is not the actual book, but it looks really cool. And I showed you this image before. I think it's really great. I'm gonna get a close-up for Instagram. I'm gonna get a close-up for YouTube, and I'm gonna get a close-up for Facebook. I know, right? It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to post, not share, not show you, because I don't have the image, but that I could share. But I'm gonna post after this book club is over, immediately on my Instagram stories. I'm going to post an image of the title page to the Super Duper Kid Part 2. So if you're wondering what I mean by the title page, in the Super Duper Kid 1, if you open up the very first page is the title page. So if you have the book, you can see that this is the title page here. So I just got the title page for the Super Duper Kid Part 2. And I'm going to post that on my Instagram story when I cancel or when we get off of this call today. Is that awesome? Is that awesome? Can I get some hearts on Instagram if that's awesome? Come on now. Come on, give me some. I need some right now. I ain't getting no love. I ain't getting no hearts. I'm sad. I'm sad. I need attention. I'm like needy like that. Sasha says, friends and family call me Cha-Cha. Wait, is that what you said? My friend over here is... I can't read it. There's something blocking me in the way. Todd says, what's up? Oh no, stay on this page. I didn't mean to take it off. What did I just do? I just did something bad. Aaliyah, I need your help. I just did something bad on Facebook. It looks like I might have accidentally canceled. I think I did. I think I might have to start over. Aaliyah. All right. Somebody says, whoop, whoop, and I get my hearts over here. Come over to Instagram and talk to the people over there and say hi. So while I read, tell them what your favorite something is. I'm going to be right back. Aaliyah's going to keep you entertained because she's cool like that. Can you still see me?
Oh, now they're giving me hearts. Look at that. See?
How is Aaliyah getting hearts, but I'm not getting hearts? Like, what is up with that? I think, I don't know what I did here on Facebook, but I messed it up. So I think I'm going to start over. Oh, wait. Live now. Okay, I'm back. I got it. I messed up. That's my bad. Let me see if I'm still live on here. No, I'm not. Aaliyah, you're not talking to the people.
I don't know what to say.
You could say anything. Ask them a question. Ask them like what they had for breakfast today.
What y'all have for breakfast today?
You still see me. We can still see and hear you. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to leave Facebook.
Yeah.
It says you can see me. So you say you can see me. So I'm just going to go with what you're saying. And I appreciate all the hearts that are coming through. Y'all are fantastic. Todd, Sasha, Jess, Chase. Man, I'm loving my Facebook family right now. All right. Just let you know, Facebook's looking a little weird with me right now. It's like on delay. I don't know why that is. But if you say you can see me, we're going to leave it alone. Instagram, I appreciate your patience and your love. Aaliyah, I appreciate you. Yogurt.
Cinnamon rolls.
Cereal.
Waffles.
And waffles. Okay.
I didn't eat any breakfast.
Aaliyah did not have breakfast today. That's not good. Aaliyah, why did you not have breakfast?
Because I woke up at 11:30.
Aaliyah woke up at 11:30, America. Why is my daughter waking up at 11:30? Excuse me, in the morning. That's not good, right? Can we agree that that's not a good thing? You know what? There's no such thing as good or bad. During this time, we need to do whatever it is we need to do to cope. If you need to sleep longer, if you need to eat snacks, you do whatever you can do to let you get through this day, including hang out with us. Right? Right. I'm just realizing again, it's 20 minutes after 1, and we still ain't even get started yet. Tiny says that she's a teenager in quarantine, and somebody said peanut butter and toast, and Loyalty had toast with peanut butter. It looked like a few people had toast and peanut butter today. Look at that. And I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Look at all of us in peanut butter world. I know we talked before, smooth or chunky. I'm a chunky. So, all right, we know the drill, right? Super Duper Readers Club. We are at chapter 13. There's only 19 chapters. We are closing and we are 2/3 of the way through this book. We are killing it right now in the Super Duper Readers Club. I'm loving this so much. This is so great. All right, we are at chapter 13. Like I mentioned before, in chapter 12, Super Duper Kid stopped bank robbers. He stopped bank robbers and showed for the first time his amazing abilities to fly and also to knock out bad guys. Pretty awesome. So, Loyalty had toast with peanut butter and honey. I gotta try that. I'm trying that tomorrow. Thank you, Loyalty, for the great suggestion. All right, chapter 13, get out your books, read along. If you don't have a book, inbox me. I will send you a book. If you know somebody who would like to join the club and they don't have a book, I will send them a book for free. Hello? What's better than that? We're gonna send them a book for free. So reach out to your friends and tell them that this greatest author ever, Fly Tie, right, Aaliyah, is going to send out books to them for free. Let's get it popping. All right, chapter 13. Let's go. The next morning, Denise and I hopped on the school bus. Everyone was talking about the kid that captured bank robbers. Some kids saw him on the news. Some kids read about him in the newspaper. But everybody, even the school bus driver, was talking about him. He could fly, one kid said. He could shoot lightning bolts from his hands, said another. I even heard someone shout out that the mysterious kid superhero could lift skyscrapers and throw them at the moon. Man, these kids were eating this stuff up. Denise sat down with her friends while I spotted an empty seat next to Erica. Is anyone sitting here? I asked nervously. Nope, have a seat, she said with a smile. So what do you think of all this super duper talk? She asked. I don't buy it. All the pictures of that kid are blurry. It looks like a giant orange turkey flying through the air. She giggled, and I relaxed a little. What about the hostages? They saw him, didn't they? Erica asked. Those people were scared out of their minds. Who knows what they saw? I replied. If someone saved my life, I'd probably think that they were a superhero too. Those poor people had no idea that they were all in danger of getting their underwear soggy from the water guns the robbers were carrying. They had water guns? It didn't say that in the paper, Erica said curiously. I think I heard that on the news this morning. Anyway, they were stressed out. They could have seen anything. Yeah, I guess that's true. When I get stressed out, I see the weirdest things too. After an argument with my older brother, I was looking out the window and I thought I saw a guy fly up to rescue a cat stuck in a tree. Wow, that is kind of nuts, I said awkwardly and changed the subject. When we got to the auditorium, it was super duper pandemonium. Big kids, little kids, the principal, everyone was talking about him. Ronald pulled me to the side and whispered, "Can you believe this? This is crazy. I think the super duper kid needs to stay out of the spotlight for a little while." Just then, Hoodie bumped me hard from behind. I know that was you at the bank yesterday. Who do you think you are? You're no hero. You're a zero. Look, Hoodie, I don't want any trouble. Well, that's too bad. You could never take me out as easily as you did those bank robbers. I'm stronger than you. Why don't you meet me after school behind the bleachers and I'll show you who's stronger. I told you, Hoodie, I don't want any trouble. I knew it. You're nothing but a coward. You and your little playmate Donald, you are nothing but a coward, you and your little playmate Donald. Excuse me, but my name is Ronald, not Donald, Ronald stated. Hoodie looked around, making sure no one was looking. He lowered his sunglasses, revealing his ruby red eyes, and gave Ronald another zap to the chest. Ouch! Ronald screamed as he clutched his chest in pain. I don't care if your name is Ronald McDonald. The next time my glasses come down, I will be aiming at you. And he poked me in the chest. Ronald, are you okay? I was mad, real mad. This was the second time Hoodie hurt my friend. There wouldn't be a third. Yeah, I'm okay. But aren't the superheroes and the villains supposed to exchange blows? Usually the sidekick doesn't get hurt in the comics. This stinks. I'm going to have to wear an aluminum foil shirt to reflect Hoodie's rays. My best friend isn't coming to school looking like a wrapped up leftover. I'll deal with Hoodie. You stop sounding like a baby when you get zapped. Sure, make fun of me now, but you'll be apologizing when Hoodie finally zaps you. That is the end of the 13th chapter of the Super Duper Kid, where Jovan and Ronald confront Hoodie. Actually, they don't confront him. Hoodie bumps him from behind, shows how strong and domineering he is by bullying the two of them, and even zaps Ronald in the chest. And I think that was funny that Hoodie called him Ronald McDonald, because he told him, he's like, your name is Donald. And Ronald said, my name is Ronald. And he's like, I don't care if you're Ronald McDonald. Next time, you're going down. So I thought that was pretty funny. It's a nice little short chapter, nice and short and sweet. I think it's kind of a filler chapter just to kind of give context to how mean Hoodie is. Just giving you like a little small example of that. So a nice little simple quick chapter. I like it. I like short and quick. So we're gonna see if we have any more questions. This is when I get my favorite superhero, my daughter Aaliyah, Captain Pancake. Can I call you Captain Pancake? Absolutely not, she said. And let's see, so if we have questions from our super duper audience, we are going to start over on Facebook side, because we were having some drama with Facebook. That was on me, by the way. I messed up. So I'm going to take my reading glasses off so I can actually see you. I'll take my hat off too. No, I'm going to keep my hat on. This is my Read or Else hat. I don't know if it's backwards in the video, but I haven't worn this hat in a while. I like this hat because it matches with my beard. How about that? Can you put on a hat and make it do that? How about that? Does that look cool? Aaliyah, what do we got? Any questions?
Sacha says Miles would love a book.
Miles would love a book. Sasha, I need you to inbox me with Miles' full name and his address, and we will put in a book in the mail for him today. Bam!
Todd said Fly Tie, the greatest author ever.
You know what I'm saying, Todd? You know what? I respect you, baby. I respect your gangster. You know greatness when you see it. Mm-hmm. That's right. Now, Todd's my man. Todd's a good dude.
He also said awesome lunch and a book reading.
Thank you. Aw, thank you, Todd. That's pretty great. Thank you. Instagram, while we're checking on Facebook, make sure to put up your comments you have about the chapter, comments about the book, comments about anything. Any more on Facebook land? Nope. Aaliyah, just swing over here. You don't got to go all the way around. Just walk over. There you go. She almost bust her booty. We are going now to Instagram to get some questions from our love. And we got hearts in the building. That's what's up.
Tracy says best children's author ever.
Tracy. Oh, that's actually coming from, I think that's not coming from Tracy. That's coming from, who's that coming from? Tracy, who are you representing over there?
Tiny said good chapter with a heart.
Aw, thank you, Tiny. She's so cute.
Chattergram says, why is Hoodie mad at Jovan?
You know what? That is a really good question. And Hoodie, being a bully, even before he got superpowers, used to look at Jovan as his favorite person to target. This is how I feel about bullies. I always feel that bullies usually target people that they actually like. You know, like when, maybe I'm getting out of context, but when a guy likes a girl, he likes to tease her, or it maybe even the other way around. I think teasing them is actually a sign of affection. I don't think bullies are that much different. I think bullies usually target people they actually do like and don't know how to express that like. So it usually ends up being, seeming like bullying. It's their way of actually looking for attention. So I think the reason why Hoodie teases or targets Jovan is because secretly he likes him. Secretly he respects him and maybe has an awkward way of trying to express to be his friend. So instead, he bullies him and calls him mean names. It's and another reason, and I mentioned this before, and I think this applies to all bullies, is the term that hurt people. And I think that Hoodie was probably a kid who was either hurt himself by either a friend or maybe someone at home. Maybe he was teased, maybe he was bullied, and the only way that he knew to lash out was to bully in return. So I know it's hard to do, but sometimes when you are bullied or you see a bully, sometimes they're just looking for attention and love and affection and for somebody to be their friend. I often think the best way that we can counteract people who are mean is to be nice to them. And if they're even more mean, sometimes we got to be even nicer. I know that's really hard, but I know from personal experience that's the right thing to do. When somebody is really mean, that is a sign that they want help and that they're looking for someone to be nice to them. So, can you be that person? When somebody is being mean to you, if you could turn around and try to be nice to them, I guarantee, well, I don't guarantee, but I bet you that you would see them turn around.
Jabari said Big Head Book Club.
Big Head Book Club. Where are we going with that? Is that like a comment? Is that like a, you know, and I mean, you can see why I named the company Big Head Books. But Jabari, I'm not sure where you're going with that.
Elijah said, I like the hat.
Elijah says he likes the hat. Elijah, I like the hat too. I'm wondering if I should sell these hats. I do sell the hoodies and the t-shirts, but I'm not sure about the hats though.
Ori also said cool hat.
Thanks, Oreo. Appreciate you.
Loyalty doesn't like bullies. He thinks they always think they're the coolest.
Yeah, I think they often do. But again, I think bullies are often also looking for acceptance and friendship and for somebody to be nice to them. So I think we all deserve the benefit of trying to be nice to people everywhere. I don't think it can hurt to try to be extra kind, even when people are not being not so kind.
Tiny says kindness is everything.
Tiny is proving my point. Tiny says kindness is everything. Tiny, I think you need to change your name on your, oh, she did change it. It says Tiny Mama. Her name is Tiny Mama. How cute is that? That's adorable.
Ori said, why did Hoodie get Ronald when Javon is his favorite target?
That is a really great point. I think the same way that bullies are looking for kindness, I think bullies are also really scared. And I think that he knows that Ronald can't hurt him, but he believes that Jovan can. Jovan has the same powers that Hoodie does. So I don't think he really wants to confront Jovan because he knows Jovan is just as strong, if not stronger than he is. And so he doesn't really want to fight. Bullies are often cowards. That's really something synonymous with bullies. Bullies really don't want to fight because bullies, you know, like are really cowards. So they go after the weaker kid. They don't go after the strong kid. They go against the kid that they know that they can beat or that they know that they can tease. So instead of him shooting Jovan, who knows he's got those powers, he goes after Ronald because you know Ronald doesn't have the powers. So I think that's one of the reasons why he goes after Ronald and not Jovan.
Chattergram on Instagram says, do you ever have bullies as an adult?
As an adult? No, I've never. That's not true. About a year ago, I had an adult say something pretty mean to me. I mean, adults can very often be bullies. Bullies are not just something that kids go through. Adults get bullied all the time. You can argue, that there are some people in our government that have been called a bully. I don't think I'm going to say any names, Donald Trump. So I probably was bullied about a year ago, but I confronted the bully and told the bully and stood my ground and expressed my views and my opinion, and the bully backed off, kind of proving my point that bullies are pretty much just cowards, and the moment that you confront them, in my particular situation, it diffused the situation. So, good question.
Michelle has a question for the scholars.
Michelle, like yesterday, had a question for the scholars. Aaliyah, go. What is the question?
What did Javon do on the bus that showed his confidence was building?
What did Jovan do on the bus to show that his confidence is building? That wasn't from today's scene. Javon wasn't on the bus today. Was that yesterday? Michelle, I think we need some clarity on that question because in today's chapter they were in school, they were not on a bus. But if you wanna clarify the question a little bit, I can pose it again to our amazing studio audience.
Todd said kindness always wins the day.
You are right, Todd. Kindness always wins.
Kyle asked, do you like graphic novels?
I do like graphic novels. I don't read as much of them as I would like. I should read them more. I'm a big comic book guy and I still read comic books. I don't read a lot of graphic novels. I think the last one that I probably read was Watchmen, which is like one of the great ones of all time. So I do like them, but I don't read them as much as I do. What's your favorite graphic novel, Kyle?
He also asked, what is a tip for an aspiring novelist?
What does it take?
What is a tip?
What is a tip for an inspiring novelist? I'll give you two. For all of those who want to be writers, here are actually maybe a few things. One, there are basically two types of writers. There's plotters and pantsers. A plotter is a person who knows the story in their head. They know the beginning, the middle, and the end, and they just kind of have to fill in the blanks. That is a plotter. They already know the plot. They just have to fill in the blanks. And then there are pantsers. A pantser is a person that writes by the seat of their pants, like me. I don't know what's going to happen as I'm writing from moment to moment. I don't know the plot. I'm developing the plot as I go along. There's no right or wrong way. There's only the way that works for you. Are you a plotter or are you a pantser? The other thing is you have to learn where your voice is coming from. Some people write with their brain. I don't write with my brain. I write with my voice. I don't think about the story. The story just comes out. It's very organic and just kind of flows the same way I talk. I kind of write like I talk. You don't generally think as you're talking. It just kind of flows out of you. And I mean, of course, you're processing and thinking, but many people will think and plot and get their story in their head and put it down. Me, I just let it go. I'm a pantser. I write by the seat of my pants. So I kind of write the same way that I talk. And I use my voice to write. I don't use my brain to write. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But in other words, I don't think too hard. I just let it flow out of me naturally. And my other advice, if you want to be a really good writer, you have to be a really good reader. There's just no ways of getting around it. It would be really hard to be a movie director if you didn't really like movies. It would be really hard to be an actor or actress if you didn't see a lot of actors or actresses. So the best way for you to become a really good writer is to be a really good reader and to see what other people have done, and that helps give you the inspiration to be a better writer. So, great question.
He said that his favorite novel is The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. Ooh, good call. I mean, that is such a great novel, or a great graphic novel. I skimmed through it once. I never read the whole thing, but wow, it's really involved and really deep.
He said he's Krista Collier's son.
Okay, that's what's up. That is good to know. Looks like we got a lot of Instagram love on this side over here. Scooting over, looking at Leah scooting. Isn't she cute?
Leave me alone.
Did you hear what she said?
Elijah says you stood up for yourself about the bully.
Thank you, Elijah.
Chattergram says they were on the bus this chapter.
Oh. Was they on the bus? Did I read that they were on the bus? Am I like just kind of skimming through the book and all right, well, shame on me. I'm gonna have to read my own book again to have a better idea of what is even going on. That's what happens when you put too much jelly in your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The sugar rushes to your head and you don't get to be as witty and alert as you should be. Stay away from the sugar, kids. It'll rot your brain.
Chattergram says great tips.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, I think we're gonna wrap up here. Do we have another?
Last question.
Last question, go.
Kyle says, will there be a Danny Dollar and Super Duper Kids duo crossover?
Absolutely, positively not. I don't think so. I like having these two entities separate. First of all, great question. Second of all, I don't think so. I kind of like that they're in their own world, in their own universe. I mean, who knows? Maybe down the line their paths may cross. I will say this, for there is a reference to Danny in the sequel to the Super Duper Kid, which is right here. I don't know if you were here when I showed this. So to the Super Duper Kid Part 2, there is actually a reference to Danny. There is no collaboration, they didn't meet, but there is a very a hint of Danny in this book. So that's that. So we are going to wrap up. I'm going to say thank you. Oh, wait a minute, Michelle. My computer keeps freezing. Michelle, we might have to get back to your question because we're gonna wrap up now. So wait, we read chapter 13, right? Yes, we did. I'm going to apologize. They were on the bus. Apparently, I was not paying attention. Michelle, I said I had too much jelly in my peanut butter and jelly, and the sugar rotted my brain. So forgive me. But we're going to wrap up this question. We're going to take another question from you tomorrow. If we can shoot out that question a little earlier tomorrow when we're doing chapter 14. I'm going to keep up my end of the bargain. As soon as I disconnect from Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to post a picture of the title page of the Super Duper Kid Part 2. You can make your comments or thumb love it or even screenshot it and save it. I'm cool with that. I'm about that life. Make sure if you have pictures of yourself. Brandon, I've been seeing some great pictures of you. In fact, I've seen a lot of great pictures of all of you reading the book or pictures of me talking with you. Really dope. Keep them coming. I love them. That's like my fuel to see you guys and gals all loving the story. That makes me so super duper happy. Thank you so much for another great session. Thank you so much to Aaliyah the Great for hanging out with us today. Everybody say bye, Aaliyah. Bye. Are you going to go over to Facebook and say bye?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm there, but I was there. It's just frozen.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, thank you everyone for checking out. Have a super duper day. Be kind to one another. Be safe.